won't fight, chasing shadows in the night. Promises made, but I let them fade. Caught in the cycle, I'm feeling betrayed. Round and round, I'm losing ground. Trying to break free, but I can't see. These negative patterns are haunting me. Nights turn to days, I'm losing my way. Thought I found peace, but it's led me astray. Chasing the high, but it only brings pain. The more I run, the less I gain.
Hey everybody, hey, and welcome to another session of Tarka Said Again. And with us today in the office, we have Mr. Porcenal Jokum. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming into the office to speak with us today. He is an engineer. Now, you know there are a lot of types of engineers, but he's going to share his story as far as being an engineer. And, as always, we're going to tie it back to addictive patterns. So, I hear you have your own company.
Yes, we do. Our company is P1 Tech Solution. We are a managed IT firm. But by trade, I am an engineer.
Okay, by trade, an engineer. What type of engineer? Because, there's so many. You say mechanical and aeronautical and just different types.
So I have a bachelor in computer engineering.
Okay, computer engineer.
A bachelor in biomedical engineering. And a bachelor in cybersecurity engineering.
So you have multiple, all of those types we talked about, you got them.
Yes, I'm a professional learner.
I'm in my corner to assist with some things. Because when I tell you sometimes, technology-wise, I'm challenged, right? And the average person to be like, no, you're not. You're doing this, you do that, you know. But for me, I guess my frustration level, I have to put it down and come back to it. And it's like, you have some, they get right into it. It just opens up for them initially on the first try. Me, it's multiple tries. Maybe a second try, but sometimes multiple tries. Yes.
I'm also a software engineer as well. So we write programs and stuff, but that's my least favorite.
Okay.
Don't have the patience to debug thousand lines of codes.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, we go all the way back. It's been many, many, many years. Our girls ran track together.
Yes, they did.
All the way back during the Evo days.
Yes.
And a lot has changed since then.
Yes.
Our girls, they're grown now, doing their own thing and their own career interests. And track is a thing in the past.
It is.
Not only that, relationship-wise, because, we always talk about relationship. We know that's just the basis of anything, with the businesses that we
100%.
have. And things have changed. Like, I'm no longer in the relationship that I was in when we first met. You're no longer in the relationship that you was in.
Correct.
And just sitting back, I say at this moment, right? And thinking back to how it was then. For me, I would say, it was operating the relationship, taking those times on Saturdays with the family and just allowing our girls to be able to have fun doing what they like to do and seeing them grow, with their personal best, because that was the key thing.
That was the key.
Right, personal best. And we was good with that. And here we are. New life, as to say, no longer in those relationships. Now, for me, I still say life goes on, right? And there's always lessons to be learned in those relationships. The stage that you are in now, right? When we talk about addictive patterns, and we want to keep it positive, you know what I mean? Because addictive patterns we know is positive and negative, but because you're here, your business has flourished. I'm here. Things have flourished, right? Would you say that you still keep the line of communication open? Straight to the point. Do you still keep that relationship open with your ex-wife?
Yes. We still have a 11-year-old together. So
exactly.
So yes, we do.
Okay. And that's a good thing, to be able to co-parent and communicate with your ex, whether you all are together or not.
Correct.
And like I said, it's all about relationships. And I commend you for that, because you know some men don't do that. They have children together and they down them, they talk bad about them, and they don't communicate with the adult. So therefore the child, they suffer because of that. It's like everything is shut off. I'm not with you, so I ain't with the child. And that's not what it should be about. So we're going to move on into this engineer field here. So give me some background information. What sparked that interest with you and engineering? Was it when you were a child, or was it something in your adult years?
Okay. So, by the accent, I'm Haitian. So
Okay.
I grew up in Haiti. We had a old black and white old school tube TV back in the day. I had it in my room. It stopped working. So was curious, so I took it apart.
Wow.
And it was just a burnt fuse at the time, and was able to borrow one from my mom radio and fix it.
I'm sure she was happy that you made something else work.
Pretty much. And since then, I have gone into the engineering field. The ability to create something out of nothing, or piecing things together to make something better. That always been a strong interest of mine. And then from there, went to high school, was heavily into robotics. Okay. And from there, I just kept the engineering field. I actually got my first degree from DeVry University. Okay. In biomedical engineering, because mom always wanted me to be a doctor, but that's not what you wanted. That's not my field of interest. So I figured that would be the closest I would get into making her happy, right?
And listen, you still doctoring, but just on electronics. You're fixing electronics.
Correct. So then graduated college, got recruited by BlackBerry, was a software engineer for a year, worked on the very first touchscreen BlackBerry. It was good for a year, but I was miserable, just coding 8 hours a day, don't have that human interaction. Well, I thought that I didn't need. Just give me a computer, I'll code, and we're good. So when I was in BlackBerry, got my computer engineering degree, and then still wasn't happy. Switched to IT, went to Advent Health as a project manager. I think that's around the time when we met.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He was at Advent Health.
Correct. So it was good. Well, my daughter, she started to one track. So I missed the first track season because I was always working, right? And they want to be the dad that's always working and not present. Being present is something that's very important to me as a dad. So left my comfy 6-figure salary to start a business. You know, the first 2-3 years was rough, I'm not gonna lie, but God pushed us through, and here we are 12 years later.
Wow, you all have been in business
for 12 years.
P1 Tech Solutions for 12 years now.
Correct, yeah.
That's amazing. How do you approach complex, solving, say, a complex problem from start to finish?
So by nature, I'm a problem solver. It get me excited to solve something that have been solved before.
And I think that's key that you said that.
It is. You have to have a very high patience.
Yes.
So it's all about first identifying what the problem is, right? And then once we know what's the problem is, what are some 3 paths that we can take to solve it? Right? Once you have that, is now which path have the less resistance and will cost less. Now we're in business, so labor time do matter. So it's which path will cost less, and then break down the different steps to solve that problems, and going about solving it pretty much.
Okay. So within the 12 years, or even before then, is there a project that you're most proud of?
Yes. So Advent Health, the Women Hospital in Advent Health downtown. That was us. The Lake Mary ED, that was us. The Kissimmee ED, that was us.
Big time.
Yeah, so it's starting from scratch and putting everything together and the different pieces and stuff like that. So
okay,
definitely, yeah.
So how do you handle setbacks when a project doesn't go as planned? Or is that not a thing?
That is definitely a thing.
Okay.
Especially during COVID, where orders were backed up and slow shipping and not meeting deadlines, and you have people asking what's the delay and stuff like that. First and foremost is communicating. Like there's no such thing as over communicating,
Right.
even as little as you think it might be. Definitely communicate what's going on, and we might not be able to solve it in form A, but form B might be a different path, right? So it's have an open mind and communicate a lot.
And I think that's important that you say that, even though, say, a company or someone might be upset that you haven't met the deadline, I think at the end of the result, the key is that you've completed it, right?
Yes.
But maybe off schedule, but the fact that throughout that process you all communicated with them, I think that's vitally important.
Oh, yes.
Because again, relationships, right?
Yes.
So what misconception you would say you think people have when we talk about engineers? Because I'll tell you mine. Like, I feel like y'all supposed to be able to fix everything.
So by nature, engineers, IT, we are introverts. We are not a people person.
Okay.
But over the past, I'd say 5 to 10 years, the field is slowly transitioning to where you have to be a people person. Even when we are hiring, the first thing we do is see if you're the right fit for the team, like, are you approachable? Do you smile?
Okay.
Because we are now front facing, not back facing, meaning people, the end users, interact with us every day. Versus 15 years ago was just behind the scene and making things happen, and that's no longer the case.
So you all are considered introverts, but I would say then you're the opposite when it comes to the electronics and the software. As long as you can communicate with that, right? That's all we need.
But we need the feedback from the customers, the end users, right?
Okay.
How they want it to be designed.
Okay.
So we have to communicate.
A little bit, huh? A little something.
Yeah. So we also co-started an AI trading firm as well. I've had it for 5 years now. Our goal was to be the Uber of trading, where everyone with a cell phone in their pocket could make extra money in the stock market.
Okay.
So building the product, the software, we thought we had this amazing product, right? It was super complicated to use. As we stepped back and kept having good customer feedback, it's definitely changed things. We built a platform, it was too complicated to use. For us, it was easy, right? We engineers, like, cool.
Right.
But for the end users, it was difficult. So we had to step back, reevaluate, and simplify it, because we initially built it for us, but the people that were using it was too complicated for them to use. So we had to step back and we built a platform from scratch. So having that interaction consistently with the end users is important.
Got you. And I heard you mention about AI, and that's been part of our conversation these past couple of weeks as far as what does that look like for you in your industry, whether it's positive or negative. How have you had to embrace AI in your industry?
So AI been around since back in the day.
I'm hearing that too.
Back in the T9 texting days.
It was out before we got it. That's
always been out. Machine learning always been out. It was just someone was smart enough to brand it as AI.
Okay.
And that name just boomed. But it is definitely here. It's been here for the past 40, 50 years, right?
Wow.
Right. So it had been a while. But as far as being scared of it, there's no need to be, right? It is technology in general is supposed to make your life easier. Now, of course, they have a moment where they don't work properly as designed, right? But embrace it. Use it for your business. Use it for your day-to-day. ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini. There are very industry-specific AI out there that will do the jobs that you need. And it's just, so AI itself is just a database of information. So it's tons and tons and tons of information. When you access something, it will go into that database and spit it back to you. The more specific you are, the more parameters that you give it, the better the end result will be, right? Okay. Like for you can tell ChatGPT, hey, I'm interviewing so and so. They are in that industry. Here's their experience. Create a script for 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. And here's the parameters, here's the questions, and it will literally spit out a 30-minute script for you, word by word, right? But you have to tell it specifically, right, the outcome that you want. Yes, it will spit out garbage. Absolutely. But you have to give it specific parameters, right? We were able to recode our entire platform using AI. Okay. 3 years worth of code got refactored in 2 days. Wow. Right? So it's wow. So it is definitely here, but how you use it, it's a tool, right? Yeah. So how you use it, that's up to you. But and see with me, and I'm not scared. I think the patience and, the fact that I'm naturally a writer, but I actually did attend an AI training a couple of months ago, and we created my twin. And so it's just a matter of me going back, and it was on the schedule to go back to it before now, and I have not gotten back to it as far as my book and introducing my twin. Okay. And I have not done it yet. And I said, okay, these few weeks I was going to get to it, and I haven't yet, but it's definitely on the calendar to introduce the twin. You should. Now, is it destroying jobs? Yes. Yeah. But at the same time, it is creating jobs as well, right? Yeah. It is forcing us to be more advanced, right? Mm-hmm. Because someone still have to create the platform, right? Yeah. Someone still have to code it. Someone still have to engineer it, design it, architect it, maintain it. Someone have to market it. Someone have to teach it to the public, right? Mm-hmm. So yes, it might destroy the old jobs, but it's also creating jobs in the process. Yes. I like how you broke that down, because you just named quite a few other jobs. So then that means we're going to have to expand our dendrites, our thought process, our brain, and we might have to go into another field to where we still can be hired. Correct. So it forces us to push ourselves as society to do more, to do better. All right. Well, thank you very much. We're going to go ahead and sum it up. Is there anything else that you would want to share as far as your company, P1 Tech Solutions? Because you've already shared like the type of jobs that you've done before. But for the community out here, is there anything that you might not have mentioned that your business can do? So we are a full IT firm. We do everything from A to Z, from websites, app developments. But our main service that we offer is managed IT. So small business outsource their IT headaches to us, and we handle it. As far as feedback for the community, I'll say start where you are today. There is no perfect time to start a business or write a new book. Just start where you are today. Use the tools that you have at your disposal today. Don't wait for tomorrow. I like it. And y'all, he also said, even though, they do major things, major jobs, he also said websites. That's small. But he did say that they are able to do that as well if need be. P1 Tech Solutions, reach out. Want to give them your website? Absolutely. Our website is www.p1tex.com. And our phone number is 407-801-1681. All righty. Thanks for coming. Thank you for having me. Thank you all for tuning in. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on iHeartRadio, YouTube, and Spotify. Have a good one.